Um, is there like a guy therapist I could talk to?
Well, I am the school's only therapist, but you should know that you can talk to me about anything.
Okay, so I've been kind of spending a lot of time in my room lately.
It's very common for someone your age. Teenagers tend to spend a lot of time alone, locked away in the room trying to find themselves.
That's actually it. I actually kind of feel like I found myself. Are you sure I could talk about this with you?
Absolutely. You are at a difficult age. The transition from a boy to a man.
Yep. I definitely feel like I'm becoming a man. Feels pretty good.
Well, that's nice to hear.
I use this website on my phone. It's called bigjugs.com.
Hang on. What are we talking about?
Me becoming a man.
Right. What was that website?
Actually, I feel like I don't need a website. When I think this girl, her name is Maria. She's a senior. She looks like she's 25. When I think of her, I feel like I don't need a website.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I see.
Let me ask you something. When I do this, I feel like I'm doing it wrong. And then it takes a long time. And then my hands start to hurt.
You know what? Is there anyone bullying you, or are you having like pressures of tests at school or anything like that? We can talk about that.
No. You see, when I do this, what should we call it?
Your new hobby?
Yeah. When I go to school, I'm chill. There's this time this kid tried to bully me, but I smiled, and he walked away. And I was relaxed for the rest of the day. No pressure.
Look, what you're doing is normal.
Do you do this?
That's not really relevant.
Okay, look. There's a lot of pressures in school, and there's a lot of bullies in school. Sometimes all I used to worry about was like tests and stuff. And before, all I used to worry about was like video games, comic, geek stuff, and fitting in. But now, all I think about is just girls. I mean, like, it's confusing, and high school can be a nightmare sometimes. But this just makes me feel happy and relaxed, and it makes high school easier.
I see. Well, just remember that what you're doing is normal and natural. And a lot of boys your age do it. I think the session's over.
My teacher asked us to write about what we did over the spring break. Should I?
No, we don't want to write about that.
I mean, it is what I did over the spring break.
Next. So I've been looking over your school records and I've spoken to your teachers and
you can't understand what a kid like me is doing here. Perfect grades, perfect attendance, hardworking, goes to church. Perfect kid, right?
well, there's no such thing.
See, that's the problem. When you're always perfect, there's gonna be a time where it all stops. Or should I say crashes down. These last 3 years of high school, SATs, ACTs, and all these college applications, it's too much. And then on top of that, the change, like leaving home, my family and friends, it's all too much.
That's enough to make anyone crumble, especially a teenager. Tell me, who is putting all of this pressure on you?
They're just there. They're always there and always have been. I had to be the top student in elementary and middle school, and I was trying to be the valedictorian of high school. It's everyone that has these expectations from me, and I have no other option. Working on papers all night long, studying all night long. I'm lucky if I sleep 2 hours a night. This shit goes on for weeks.
I understand.
And I was falling behind. I tried to live a normal life just for a little bit. Hanging out with friends, sports, girlfriend, but they're just all a distraction. And my grades started to go down, so I started to panic.
Is that when you started taking the Adderall?
Yeah, some kids said it can help me focus and help keep me up late to study. I can't fail, I can't fail. And when I fall asleep, I can't accomplish anything.
Did your parents know about your grades?
I kept it a secret as long as I could. But then my teacher called them because they noticed all these drastic mood changes and I was getting dizzy in class. Then they found out everything. They were so disappointed in me. Their perfect kid was really just some typical nothing kid in disguise. That was my biggest fear, disappointing them.
Most parents will understand if you talk to them. Just open up a clean line of communication with them.
Well, I didn't have that. And when your worst nightmare becomes true, anyway, that's when I took all the pills.
So you were attempting suicide.
Of course, I had no other way out. But I threw up, so it didn't happen.
At the very least, now things are out in the open. We can heal from here.
No, now I let everyone down, and that's how everyone would see me. Less than perfect, less than everything. Now everyone in school knows about my suicide attempt, my family knows about my grades and the pills, and I still don't know what I'm gonna do about college.
Don't you realize how much worse things would have been if you hadn't woken up from taking those pills?
No, I don't realize that, because to me everything would have been gone, but now everything is worse. I made everything worse. I was so scared of screwing up my future, and then I screwed up my future, and I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do.
I don't really understand why I'm here.
Well, there's questions about your violent outburst. The school doesn't think you can come back.
Violent outburst? Really? Do I look like a violent person?
Violent people don't always look violent.
Do you know who Peter Parker is? The guy under the Spider-Man costume? Science nerd, the bookworm. That's me. And just so you know, I've been bullied most of my life. I don't fight back. I never fight back.
I'm sorry to hear that.
See, I'm a target. I'm shy. I'm quiet. And when you don't fight back, you become the person that everyone teases and bullies. The girls are worse than the guys. Trust me. It's been this way since I can remember.
So, can I assume that years of bullying and torment, all that pent-up anger and fear, has just been manifesting inside you?
Of course it has. How could you wake up every day knowing that your life's about to suck? How do you focus on grades in school when you're so worried about being beaten up or embarrassed or harassed online?
Why did you never fight back?
I was scared. Scared of getting hurt. Scared of confrontation in general. Scared of making things worse.
Well, I'm not advocating violence, of course, but you can't be a victim forever.
It was my sister's first year at our school. She never had any problems before. These girls found out that she was my sister and they started messing with her, really teasing her badly. I felt something I've never felt before.
Your sisterly instincts kicked in.
I've heard the expression that people see red when they get really angry. It's true. Everything literally turned red. And there was no sound, but at the same time, I heard this loud rumbling. I know that doesn't make any sense. I saw this one girl, this bitch that always started things, and I just started hitting her. Then all three of them. I don't even know if they hit me back. I couldn't feel anything. I just kept hitting them.
Years of pent-up frustration culminating at once to protect your sister.
I don't even know who pulled me off of them. I can't remember much about what happened or what I actually did.
Well, all 3 of them were taken to the hospital. Broken noses, numerous lacerations, and 1 girl might lose her eye. So tell me, knowing this, how do you feel about the situation? Not how you're supposed to feel, how do you actually feel?
The truth. Terrible. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I know they deserved it. I know it was a long time coming. And I know I had to protect my sister. But I never wanted this to happen. And I know people can understand why I did it, but I never wanted this to happen. What I did was wrong. What I did was really wrong.
So I see, even before we've gotten started, you seem pretty upset.
Wow, you're a great therapist. What else have you noticed, that the world is round?
It's absolutely fine to be upset.
Yeah, I am upset. I'm hurt and confused, and I feel betrayed. And mainly, I don't know what to feel, but mainly I'm really pissed off.
Where would you like to start?
Oh, how about my entire life has been a lie?
That's not true. Circumstances aren't what you thought that they were, but the core of your life is the same.
Circumstances? The core of life? My parents aren't my parents. They've been lying to me my entire life. How could they not tell me I was adopted?
Many parents intend to, but it's scary. And they put it off. But the longer you put it off, the harder it is to tell your child.
Do you know how traumatizing it is to find out that your mother and father are not your real mother and father?
See, I know for a fact that adopted children are loved as much as biological children.
I saw this ad for, like, a DNA test. So I told my mom that, I told Marie that I wanted to take it. Then she started, like, freaking out. And that lasted until she snapped and told me. I feel like, first of all, why would my real parents give me up? Like, I don't know my real history, and the people I've trusted my entire life have been lying to me. How will I ever trust them again?
It's gonna take time.
So, was I just some mistake? And my real parents didn't give a damn about me?
There is an understandable tendency to think something must be wrong with me for my biological parents not to want me. But these feelings, they're unrelated to the fact that you have love and support from your adopted parents.
When I get angry, I get real angry. But then I feel bad because here's this family that took me in. I'm not even theirs. And they took me in, raised me, and loved me, and they say they think of me as their own. And here I am, furious at them. So I feel guilt for that. You see, I'm so messed up.
It's all common feelings.
I don't know who I am. Do you understand that? I don't know who I am.
Listen, most teens don't know who they are, and they aren't adopted.
I don't know what my real name was. I don't know who my real parents are, or were, if they're even alive. I don't know if they even think of me. But then there are moments when I'm like, does this even matter? This is who I am. These are the people that raised me my entire life. I just feel like my head is going to explode. I just wish they didn't lie to me.
Maybe they thought if you knew that one day you'd leave them and go look for your biological parents.
Part of me wants to. Part of me is terrified, and part of me doesn't know what to do. Shit, I need therapy.
You're in the right place. So, what would you like to talk about?
Nothing.
So I can't really help you if you don't talk to me.
I have nothing to talk about.
Well, okay. Why don't you tell me what you've got going on in school? Do you have any issues with school?
You know, same old stuff. These two boys like me, but they're friends, so it's kind of a mess.
Okay. What else?
Some days, I can't decide what to do with my hair. I have all these different hairstyles in mind, but I can't decide. Oh, and there's this kid that, totally stalks me, and I hate him. And I wouldn't mind if he was cute, but he's not.
Anything else bothering you?
Yeah, I need more Instagram followers. It's this bitch at school. I hate her. And she has more followers than me, and I don't get it. All her posts are stupid.
And that's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And can we talk about the fact that your sister killed herself?
I don't want to talk about that.
It's important to talk about it. You can't keep it all in. It's gonna get you sick. Physically. And emotionally. Mentally.
Did you know I throw up every morning?
I've seen that before.
And some days, I feel nothing all day. I'm not sad or anything, and then I just cry. And then I feel nothing again.
You know, there is no abnormal when it comes to dealing with tragedy.
It's just really messed up, you know? It really is. Is it bad that I'm more angry than sad?
There is no wrong.
We were like best friends, you know? If she was so sad, so depressed, she couldn't just talk to me? We told each other everything. Every secret, everything. How could she keep this from me?
So, are you more upset because you feel betrayed? Because you feel like if anyone in the world was gonna talk to you during the worst time of their life, it would have been her?
I miss her, and I'm mad at her, and I'm mad at myself for being mad at her, and I don't understand what happened, and I just can't talk to her anymore, and I just miss her so much.
Well, usually when I have teenagers, they're assigned to me by a doctor, or their parents ask them to come in. It's very rare that I have someone that comes in on her own.
I'm devastated, and I need help before it's too late.
Okay, well, I'm here, and I'll do everything I can to help you. Now, you look very sad. What's happening right now?
Yesterday, something happened. I swear, I wanted to drive off a bridge.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't. What happened yesterday?
There was this amazing one-day only shoe sale. Not cheap shoes, like absolutely gorgeous shoes. And it was buy one, get the second pair free. I thought the sale was yesterday, but it was 2 days ago. 2 days ago! And I missed it. I missed the sale. I don't even want to live anymore.
Please don't talk like that. Go on.
That's it. I missed the sale.
And?
And what? I missed the sale.
Oh. Okay. Is there anything else that's causing you such severe depression and suicidal thoughts?
Yeah. I was sitting in your waiting room thingy for over 20 minutes and you don't have Wi-Fi. Seriously? WTF.
WTF? 20 minutes without Wi-Fi. I'm so sorry.
There's something else too. Yesterday, this totally hot guy sent me an email asking me out. Lame, I know, but he's hot, whatever. And it went to my spam folder. Who checks their spam folder? I didn't see the email and now he's dating my friend. Don't you see why I want to take 100 sleeping pills and never wake up again?
Yes, it's clear that there's so much wrong with you.
Last night, my nail polish chipped before a date. Oh, and I forgot my phone charger at home. So I made him buy me a new charger. And he bought a charger for an Android. Who has an Android? What loser doesn't have an iPhone?
I have an Android, actually.
So I broke up with him. And then I asked for help from heaven.
Well, asking God for help can be one of the strongest motivations to change your life.
Yeah. And he wants me to kill myself.
He told you that.
No. I ordered an Uber last night and the driver smelled horrible. The car stank and I was in there for a religious purpose.
And what was that?
I was going to a Sweet 16 at a church rec center this weekend and I had to buy a new dress. Don't you see? I got the Uber to get the new dress. I'm hopeless, right?
Well, yeah, I think you are. Okay, so you've been having difficulty in school. Your grades seem to have dropped dramatically this year, especially in Spanish and algebra class.
You're a therapist, right? So don't I have to be like, I don't know, crazy to talk to you? Don't you only talk to people who want to kill themselves or people who see ghosts?
No, therapy's for everyone. Whenever someone has a problem that they need help fixing, therapy's a positive way to do that.
I have a problem with one of my teachers. 2 of them, actually.
Okay?
But I don't really think I can talk about it.
Listen to me. I'm a professional therapist. You can tell me anything. It's all confidential. We just want to help you.
They want me.
I don't understand.
My Spanish teacher, she always looking at me some type of way, like, and my algebra teacher too.
So they're nice to you?
Nah, the guard up front is nice to me. These teachers want me, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think I do.
You ever hold out like a piece of steak in front of a dog? You know that look that they give you, like they really want it? That's the kind of look that they give me. I'm so serious.
Your algebra teacher is in her 50s, and your Spanish teacher's in her 60s.
I know. They must like I'm younger or something. Like, I'm kind of like a player in school, you know? It's like I'm cool with all the females, but these are women. Like women. And they are beautiful. So like I'm sitting in class, you know, they doing their thing. They staring at me, looking at me. That's regular. But then they're going to be dropping their pencils and bending over in front of me. Like, it's hard as hell to concentrate.
I think maybe you're misinterpreting their smiles and the fact that they drop a pencil.
They drop their pencils every class in front of me. Come on now, like, I'm not stupid. I know they want me. I just don't know what to do yet.
Well, aside from the fact that it's illegal and immoral, would you like for me to have a talk with the principal? See if I can get you taken out of the class?
Hell no. I'm gonna stay after school to see what happens. Like, I'm curious.
That's a bad idea.
Have you seen Mrs. Sanchez? That woman, she is fine as hell.
No, that's not gonna happen. And I want you to come see me next week. Do you understand?
Damn. You too? I mean, shit, I don't know how I'm gonna juggle 3 women at the same time. Like, I can't even drive yet, but like, I put you into the mix.
No. You don't understand.
I guess it's this cologne I'm wearing. Like, I think I need to stop wearing this. Keep y'all females off of me.
So I had a conversation with your mom, and she's scared that you're on drugs.
I'm not, I promise.
There's been such a dramatic change in you lately. You've always been an honor student, never a problem. In the last week, you've been suspended and arrested.
and everyone is shocked. Not her, not that perfect sweet girl. Maybe I've never been sweet. Maybe I've always been horrible and no one ever knew. I've had everyone fooled this whole time.
I don't believe that. And you don't believe that.
My parents always fought, you know? It's just something I grew up with. But all parents fight, right?
It's true. All parents, all couples for that matter, they fight. Some more than others. Some worse than others.
See, that's the thing. They would fight and make up, fight and make up. Then about a year ago, they just stopped making up. They just stayed mad at each other all the time. And now they're getting divorced. And look, I know I'm old enough to where it shouldn't bother me.
I never said that. I don't believe it. I don't think that there's any age where it doesn't bother someone.
I can't help but feel horrible. Like, I think about everything I've ever done wrong and I feel guilty. I feel like I have to pick a side. I feel sick. Literally sick when I wake up in the morning and before I go to sleep at night.
So you're lashing out. Is it out of anger?
Some of it. I'm so angry I don't even know what to do about it. I feel helpless. I've cried to both of them. I've begged them not to do it.
You do know that.
Often it's better in a family for the parents not to stay together. Yeah, I've read all about it online. But reading it and living it are two totally different things.
Getting suspended? Arrested?
I thought if I was a big enough problem, they would have to come together to help me. I thought I could do all of these things, and they would have to join forces to save me.
Divorce is a very sad and unfortunate part of life.
It's not fair. I have pressures too. I have anxiety in school, drama with my friends, and all these insecurities about boys. I have fears about college and what I'm doing with my life. Let me worry about that. Let me stay up at night thinking about that. Let me have normal teenage worries. But all I think about is my family and how to save them.
It's not your job to save them.
I feel like I have to try. And now I feel helpless. It's not fair. It's so not fair.
How old are you?
I'm 17. I just turned 17, actually.
Oh, happy birthday.
Well, it wasn't the happiest of birthdays. I spent most of it freaking out.
I'm so sorry.
I'm just really not ready to be a father. I mean, the messed up part is, I guess it doesn't matter if I'm ready or not because I'm going to be. And I'm just disappointed with myself because there was a moment when I was with my girlfriend, and in that moment, I could have stopped. And I thought, if I mess up and she gets pregnant, what then? I mean, I know it's crazy, but I said that to myself.
So your conscience was speaking to you.
Either that or God. Honestly, I thought it was God giving me a chance to not be an idiot, a chance to be smart and mature, and I failed.
Most of what we learn in life, we learn through failing first.
I have no idea. I mean, I'm gonna do the right thing and help raise the baby, but look, I had a goldfish, it died. I had a hamster, it died. I just don't feel like I'm the most qualified person to be taking care of a human being.
No one is truly trained to care for another life correctly. We learn as we go. We get advice. We fail. We do our best. That's all that can be expected from a future mother or a future father.
But I'm terrified. Look, even though I'm old enough to drive, I'm basically still a kid. I mean, I eat Burger King, I play video games, I still use Snapchat, and now,
Have to grow up?
yeah, I have to grow up. I mean, look, I don't know how to feed a baby or change a diaper, how to put them to sleep, how much formula to give them to stop them from crying. And now all I do every day is worry about stuff like that. I mean, I have to get a job that can support me, my girlfriend, and the baby. Where am I gonna get a job that can do that? And if I can, where do we go? Where do we live? Seriously, I really don't know what to do.
None of us do, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. You're not the first teenager to have a baby. Unfortunately, you won't be the last. But some Many. They do just fine.
I really hope you're right. I really do.
Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, just one. I had big plans for college. I mean, I knew the career I wanted to pursue. There were so many things I wanted to do, and now, just tell me, how did I get so stupid? How does someone that gets good grades and that someone other people go to for advice, how did I get so stupid and irresponsible? How did I let one decision change my entire life forever? How is that fair?
You would make my, let's see, fourth therapist. So obviously therapy doesn't work for me, or everyone I've been to so far was horrible at their job.
And why do you think you have to keep going to therapy?
Because people tell me I have anger issues, depression issues, isolation issues, bonding issues, and a lot more crap that I don't even understand.
And how much of that do you think is true?
Honestly, I don't think I have anything but a horrible life. Therapy can't fix that.
So, you've been in the foster system now for...
Almost all my life. I was happy until I was like 5. That was when me and my sister were taken out of her home because my mom was a drug addict. We had no money. We didn't eat. We didn't even go to school. So they took us away to make our lives better, but they got worse.
You do understand why they had to remove you from your home, right?
Yeah, but they removed me and my sister. All we had when things were bad was each other, and they separated us. The first home I went to, they were obviously taking in foster kids for the money. All they did was scream at us and lock us in our room. After the rest of the family had breakfast or dinner, they would scrape together what was left from everyone's plate and give that to us. The next home I went to, they paraded us around. Like, look, we're great people. We took in foster kids.
I'm so sorry. The foster system has the best of intentions, but it's got a lot of problems.
But then I went to a house where the father would try to come to our room at night, and we had to hide in the bathroom and lock the door. And even worse, when the families were good, like, they made me feel like I was part of the family, and I got comfortable and thought, oh my God, they're gonna adopt me. I'm finally gonna have a real family. They send me away, back to another foster home.
So I take it you're having a hard time trusting new families.
I have a hard time trusting anyone, everyone. My entire life has been bouncing from one place to another, going into schools where I don't know anyone, where no one likes me. Everybody else has new phones and nice clothes, but no one thinks the foster kid needs things. Why would a teenage girl want nice clothes, new phones, or her own room?
I can't imagine how hard this has been for you, and I see why you've been acting the way you have.
Yeah, I can steal and fight and do terrible things because, really, who cares? Who cares about me?
There are people that care. I care. And in talking to you, I see how smart you are, how aware you are, how much pain you're in.
What am I supposed to do with my life?
Did you know that Steve Jobs was a foster kid?
Wait, the guy that created the iPhone?
Yeah. Look, life has sucked for you, to put it mildly, but you can have a future. You can have a wonderful future.
I always thought when I'm older, I'm gonna take in foster kids and give them an amazing life. Make them feel safe, loved, and important. Give them real families.
And you can.
Maybe I can.
So first, let me just say that being involved in an actual school shooting is absolutely horrible and traumatizing.
I know. We would always do these lockdown drills. So, at first I just thought it was no big deal.
And then we heard the screaming and the gunshots, and even then, I thought, this must be a joke.
When did the reality of the situation become real?
2 of my friends grabbed me and pulled me into the library. We hid behind a shelf. They were both crying, texting their families. When I thought of my family finding out that I was wanting to say goodbye to my mother, my grandmother, it was too much. I started to freak out, so my friend put her hand over my mouth. Then he came in. He walked behind the shelf, started shooting. I just prayed.
I am so sorry you had to go through that.
Both of my friends were shot, and they both died. And me, I was fine. Nothing happened to me, but both of my friends died.
You tried now twice to commit suicide. How does that make sense? You survived.
It's not right. Why did they have to die and not me? We were all there together. I should have died with them.
But you were saved for whatever reason. You said you were praying. Maybe your prayers were answered.
Then why weren't my friends' prayers answered? Why?
As with so many types of guilt that arise during periods of grief, some survivor guilt is rational and some isn't. But there was nothing that you could have done to save them.
But they saved me. When I was freaking out, they kept me quiet. They saved my life. And they died. Not me.
And what will killing yourself accomplish?
I'll just do what he should have done.
And do you see that this makes no sense? He shouldn't have done any of it. He was a sick person. He did a horrible thing, and many poor kids died. But those that did not, they have a reason to live.
After their funerals, we made these Facebook pages for them. And we were renaming parts of this school after them. And I feel like my name should be added. I feel like it's so wrong for me to still be alive.
When you thought you were going to die, you were most upset about leaving your family, right?
Yeah. So
if you take your own life, then you're going to destroy your family. A sick, evil man already did enough damage. Please don't honor him by doing the same thing.
it's not the same thing.
But it is. It's killing a poor, innocent girl.
I guess. I survived the school shooting. And I made it out alive. And I don't feel anything but guilt and pain. It makes no sense. It just makes no sense.
The good news is anxiety and depression are treatable.
Wonderful. I'll just take more medication. Whatever the hell they have me on isn't working anyway. I mean, I feel numb, so I guess that's a good thing.
So, from your point of view, describe yourself to me.
Look up hot mess in the dictionary, and there I am.
I see a young, beautiful girl.
Well, then maybe you need meds too. I'm either depressed out of it or irritable and angry. My mood swings are like out of control. Sometimes I'm starving and sometimes I go days without eating. The rare occasion I feel attractive and then some pretty girl walks by who's really hot and all the boys are frozen with stupidity and lust, and those are the days I stop eating or eat everything.
So your self-esteem is...
What self-esteem? I'm not tall enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not talented enough. What the hell am I?
So you're comparing yourself to everyone else. Everyone else doesn't matter.
Bullshit. Every girl in school compares themselves to everyone else. Some days I wake up and I look in the mirror and I don't like myself, and some days I truly hate myself, and some days I don't make it to the mirror.
We can help you. A mixture of cognitive behavioral therapy and antidepressants.
No more pills, please.
So tell me what goes on in your head on a normal day.
Social anxiety from the second I wake up. And let me tell you, social media does not help with that shit. Usually I listen to music a bit, that calms me down. And then school, my boy situation. I don't know what the hell it is. There are guys that I know couldn't like me. But I'm scared. Like, I want to date these guys, but I'm scared.
Look, you're young. You're supposed to be scared. But let me tell you, women of every age are scared when it comes to men. And dating? Oh my God, whatever.
My friend. She's like me too. She's a freak. She drinks and gets high like every day, and she says it helps, but I don't want that to be me. I'm already a disappointment to my family. They don't need me being an alcoholic too.
How? How can a young girl be a disappointment? Your life has just begun.
Would my mom be happier with the popular kid or the prom queen or the super smart kid? Not the girl who sits in her closet crying and writing poetry about her own death.
Well, you're not gonna believe it, but this is just a phase.
And it gets better. Yeah, right. I feel like I'm trapped inside a body that doesn't like me, and I don't like her. It sucks.
I wrote poetry about my own death when I was your age too.
Did you sign your name in your own blood?
No?
I win.
So what would you say your state of mind is right now?
State of mind. I don't know. Confused, frustrated, scared. I can't keep my mind still long enough to really know what I'm thinking or feeling.
Can we talk about the incident?
The incident. God, that just sounds so... Why did I take all those pills? Because I thought it would be more fun to not wake up tomorrow. Or ever.
Where did you get them?
My mom. My mom has, shall we say, issues, and she's on so many meds, our bathroom's like a pharmacy.
This is your final year of high school. I would think that, this would be the most exciting part of your life.
You would think wrong. This year has honestly been the worst year of my life. High school has taught me nothing. Actually, it's taught me that boys are immature assholes, girls are catty, backstabbing bitches, and anyone who's different is mocked and laughed at and made fun of. And no guy ever wants to ask a girl out because of her great personality or how smart she is. Everything has to do with how you look. So when you try to escape from everything and go online, people just really feel the need to torment you. And honestly, I feel like college is going to be the exact same thing, except that you have to pay for. So when you have no friends and no one in your family really gives a damn about you, then what do you have? Why should you wake up? My wonderful job at PetSmart, my dateless weekends, my bright, wonderful future where I really don't feel like I'm going to accomplish my goals, or the dreams that are gonna die before I ever get the chance to pursue them.
Listen to me. High school can be brutal, but people soon learn that things change after high school.
You're right. It's gonna be worse. I'm scared because I'm never really happy. I'm 17 and I'm never happy. That sucks.
But we can work through it. Just try to find out why and start to fix it.
I don't think that life is fair to people, and I don't think that everyone is meant to be happy.
That's not true.
No. Guess you've never been to high school.